It's that time of year again, springtime. We're getting into springtime, and I thought we'd do a quick tour of the garden and see where we're at now in March, and then of course we'll do follow-on tours throughout the year so you can see how things progress. So let's get on with it. So if you don't know what the garden looks like, or if you're new to the channel, go back, watch my I believe my first and second video last year. I did them in, I believe, July, so you get to kind of see how the garden is flushed out. But we're going to do a quick swipe of the garden now, and again, there's really nothing going on, but it'll give you a sense of where we're at. You can see possibly the possibilities of what will be, and I'm going to get out of the sun now. The wisteria, it's all looking bare, goes over the archway. It'll be awesome in a few weeks. We have hydrangea. It'll be surrounded by coneflower. Looks like we have some daffodils possibly, or tulips. I can't remember, I think they're daffodils. Oh, that's another hydrangea right there. Climbing roses, which aren't climbing up on much right now, but hopefully soon will be. Over here we have a rose bush, and I can't remember the name of this one. But it has lovely white flowers. Along the back of this bed there will be various lilies. Right here we have a magnolia. Can't remember the name of this magnolia, but if I'm not mistaken it'll have white flowers very shortly. Down here we have a veronica with a yarrow next to it. Coming down towards here, peonies just starting to pop up. If you hear leaf blowers in the background, I'm sorry. It's just the local landscapers, and there's not enough time in the day for me to dance around them. I believe these are crocuses, perhaps, or hyacinths. One or both. Coming along. This right here is a coneflower. No, I'm sorry, cornflower. So, and it survived the winter. So that should be pretty awesome once it starts flowering soon. I believe this is another, no, this is Batoni. That's a parsley, and I believe it survived the winter. So that should be pretty exciting. There's various coneflowers that'll be popping up here in the bed soon. Muscari. Can't see that. That's the Muscari. This is a gardenia bush. It's a frost hardy gardenia bush. Daylily. There's a bunch of daylilies starting to pop up now. I still have leaves to clean out of the bed. I did a video recently of me cleaning up some of the leaves. There's still work to be done, always. There's always work to be done. Along the front I cut back the Russian sage. And then the grass. Don't ask me what kind of grass, I can't remember. I'm sure there's a tag someplace. Oh. And scattered throughout these beds, you may see something like this with tulips or daffodils coming up. I did plant quite a few of them last year, and you should see them coming up along with my shadow. Here's the front walk with the arch, and along here you can see not only some various bulbs coming up, but also a giant hole that a feral cat has dug. So we're just gonna cover that right up there. Just cover that up. Here's another Batoni, and another one. Here's some David phlox just starting to come up out of the ground. If we swing over to the other side, we have some garlic coming up. Pandora's box daylily. Golden prize daylily. A yellow yarrow. Here's a phlox coming out of dormancy. My Mr. Lincoln rosebush, which we zoom in coming closer, starting to bud out. My one and only boxwood bush. More bulbs coming up. If you know what some of these bulbs are, please feel free to leave a timestamp and a name of what they are. More cornflower. Now this wormwood covered this whole area. And a lot of it died back due to the winter. But as you can see, there's lots of new growth. That's pretty exciting. I'm still awed by these cornflowers. Cornflower. Yeah, sorry. More daylily. And lamb's ear. These crocuses are pretty cool. They just pop up in the middle of the lawn. The wife and I like to say they're a sign of spring. This is the barrel of lavender. And again, sorry for the leaf blower noise. Just happens to be that time of day where landscapers are going nuts. I do believe that this will recover once the weather starts getting warmer. Although I could be wrong. If you're a plant expert or somebody with a whole lot more plant experience than me, please let me know in the comments below. And I cut back my giant bucket of mums here in the late winter there. And I think I have little baby mums growing up here. But again, if you're a plant expert or someone with a lot more gardening experience than me, and you think this was a bad idea, please let me know. And in the bed here by the end of the driveway, I've got some more bulbs coming up. And I've trimmed back the grass, so that will be coming up in the next few weeks. Let's take a quick tour of the back. So when you come in the back gate, yard's still kind of messy. We have some tulips coming up in the buckets here. The garden bed has yet to be opened, still has cardboard covering it. I'll be opening that in the next few weeks. A few more buckets and messy beds. A few more crocuses. Betonia in its pot. The garden beds still need to be reworked, cleaned up, which will be happening in the next few weeks. It's already happening. So there's not much to see back here. Various daffodils, daylilies, tulips, who knows what's back here. I surely don't. But they're all starting to push up through the leaves, and all these beds still need to be cleared out. And this is on the other side of the house. I've already started cleaning out some of the leaves from back here behind the garage. And as you can see, I have a lot of leaves still to shred and mulch up. Soon the hostels will be pushing up. And the giant snowdrops will be flowering. And I have little snowdrops over there. And they're already flowering. And along the beds over here, there's not much else to see because nothing else is really coming up. I do have some foxglove that appears to have survived the winter, so that's pretty exciting. My one and only heliobore, which is shy, doesn't want to show its flower. Can't remember the name of that. Anybody wants to take a guess, please let me know in the comments below. And finally, last but not least, by the back gate, I have Spanish bluebell. So they didn't flower last year. I don't recall them flowering. So this year they should flower, and that'd be pretty exciting. So that's it. That's the end of the video. Did the quick tour. So like I said, there's not much to see. Things just starting to come up. If you live further south than I do, I'm growing in zone 7A. You may have a lot more stuff in bloom or coming up already. If you're further north, you may not have anything blooming yet or even coming up, but soon. So spring is almost here. So, and if you want to see what's going to happen out in the garden this year, then please go back, watch my other videos. You can see what kind of seedlings I have coming up in the basement, and they'll be planted out in the probably maybe 3-4 weeks. Yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks they'll be planted out in the yard, and by then the weather should be a lot warmer, and we'll see a lot of stuff flowering in the next few weeks. So that's it for now. Please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't, but I really appreciate the thumbs up. I'll see you on the next one.